Welcome back, guys, or welcome to your first time here. I'm Vision Hero Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today we're doing a TV show recommendation and review on a brand new ABC TV show called The Crossing. Now, if that's something you're interested in, something you want to know my thoughts on, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon that way you don't miss any future videos I do on The Crossing moving forward. Now, let's begin. So the main premise of the show is that a group of refugees, I guess you'd call them, are escaping the futuristic Earth, where a group of people have taken control of it and created this virus that eliminates the weaker people, and they are the stronger version of the human race, and they're hunting and killing them all down. And so these people use time travel to come back to Earth in 2018. They're from the year, I think it's 2080, and they come to our time to escape what has happened to them. And it just follows their people here as they kind of are assimilating and learning what to do next as they come to this time, and how the government is reacting to their arrival in our time. So I really like that, and I think it's a really cool show. A lot of great characters. I think if you like The Lost, you should like this show and definitely check it out, because I think it's by the same people that did Lost, and I think it definitely has potential to be the next Lost. So if you're interested in that kind of show, I highly recommend you check out this one, because I think it definitely has potential to be a good show and probably one of the best shows out there right now. So if you're not checking it out, I highly recommend it. And I think there's some great characters on there, great actors, and I think it definitely is gonna be something big and something anybody who hasn't watched it should definitely check out, so it doesn't get canceled, because I think it definitely has potential, like I said, to be the next Lost, and I don't want to see it get canceled, because like I said, it definitely has potential, and it definitely could be the biggest show for the next 10 years maybe. So, first we got our main characters, and we got our lead, played by Steve Zahn, Jude Ellis, and he's the sheriff of the town where all these people wash up on shore. And I really like him already. He gives me a lot of Rick Grimes vibes, and a lot of, if you've seen Under the Dome, Dale Barbara vibes from Under the Dome. He gives me a lot of good vibes, like those hero characters from those shows. I think he's already a very interesting and well-developed character within the show, and I can't wait to see what they do with his character, dealing with the Homeland Security premise of the show and with these people from the future. I'm excited to see what they do with his character, because again, they could do it in so many different directions that it's hard to predict where it could go in the coming weeks. But I'm very excited to see how this kind of character interacts with the Homeland Security and these people from the future. Like I said, it's just a good kind of premise to put in this show, and a good way to have a lead character as the sheriff, in a way where he's the one who has to take care of his town, yet you got these people from the future presumably, and you don't know what they want or why they're here. And it's just a very good, interesting character to have in your lead in a show like this. Then you got our female lead, Reese, played by Natalie Martinez. Again, if you've seen Under the Dome, she was in there as one of the sheriffs in that show. So I really like her already. She is one of the characters from the future, and interestingly enough, from what we got from this last episode Monday, she is one of the people from the high up government who was trying to eliminate the lower people. However, she defected and is now searching for her daughter, who escaped into the past with these other people, and she journeyed with these other people, but she's been separated by them. So it's her mission kind of to find her daughter and to reunite with these people, although we don't know at the moment if she is truly on our good guy side or if she's an antagonist of the series. I'm presuming she's a good guy, but I'm very interested to see what they do with her character, because it could totally go where she is the antagonist of the season, where they make her the big bad, but I think it's someone else who we'll get to in a minute. Next, we got Homeland Security Agent Emma Wren. Now, if you have seen Fear the Walking Dead Season 1, you'll remember she was the doctor that was trying to cure the zombie virus in the first season. Now, she is like I said, a Homeland Security agent, and she's kind of I wouldn't say she's a antagonist of the season, but she's not a good guy 100%. She's kind of like the anti-hero of the season, because she's trying to understand what's going on and doesn't totally treat our hero Jude with a lot of respect, in my opinion. And she's not like very trustworthy. I feel like they're putting her off to where she is eventually going to be a good guy, but they're just kind of making it drag out a little bit longer, which I'm okay with. I usually don't like that, but I think it's necessary in this circumstances. But I really like this character. She's interesting. She does get on my nerves sometimes with with some of the Homeland Security stuff, but I do really enjoy her character, and I'm interested to see where they take her in the coming weeks in the crossing. Next, you got Caleb and Rebecca. Now, Caleb is the leader of this group of refugees. He's pretty much the de facto leader. He was never like the 100% leader, but when they came over, he's pretty much taking it upon himself to be like the representative of the group and be the leader. And him and his wife Rebecca lost their child during the crossing over from the future to the past. If you watch the premiere, you'll know that when they crossed over, they landed in the ocean. So I'm imagining like the child drowned or something. And I like how they got that dynamic, and you got the wife kind of grieving, as you can imagine, the loss of their child, and he's kind of being the representative, being like the strong guy to take care of her, and I like that dynamic. And they end up taking care of this child who doesn't have their parents. I like how they added that in the story. It's very interesting, and I really like the Caleb character already. He's definitely one of my top 5 characters. The actor is very charismatic, gives off good vibes when he's on screen, and I'm just very excited to see where they take these characters, especially the ones from the future, because there's so many different places they could take them. And I hope we get more flash forwards like we did with the Reese character to get more information on these characters in the future. I like how they do the flash forwards, similar to the flashbacks in Lost. Again, gives me a lot of Lost vibes because there's so many mysteries, and they're already doing flash forwards for these characters from the future, which is so interesting, so exciting. I can't see where they take them in the future, because for these future characters, even with our characters from the present, there's so many different places they could take them, and I just can't wait to see how they expand them and where they end up going in the future on the crossing. Next, you got Hannah and Roy. Now, Hannah is from the future. She came over with Caleb's group, and has kind of formed like a romantic kind of liking to this Homeland Security agent Roy, and they kind of do like each other, and I'm interested to see where they take this kind of relationship. Usually, if you know me, I really hate the idea of shipping characters and relationships. However, I'm very interested to see where they take this one, because with someone from the future and someone from the present, I wonder how they're going to play off that relationship. Will it be revealed that like he's like somehow like her grandfather or great grandfather or something like that? That'd be such a cool way to add into the story. And I'm just interested to see where they take this relationship. Like I said, usually I hate the idea of shipping and relationships, but I'm very interested to see where they take this one, because there's great potential to make this very interesting and have like a big twist in there. And I'm just excited to see where they take it. And I really like the actors who play these two characters. They're already very charismatic, like the Caleb character. One thing I gotta say with the casting, I feel like a lot of these characters are very good casting and give off good vibes and draw you into the story very well. So I'm very interested to see where they take these two characters in the future on the crossing. Next, you got Leia. Now, I mentioned earlier that Caleb and Rebecca had taken in a child. Now, Leia is the child that they took in, and she's later revealed in this past episode to be the daughter of Reese. So she is the one looking for Leia. This is her daughter, or adoptive daughter, as they find out in the show. And I'm just very interested to see what they do with this character, because I really don't like the kid actors, like the Henry character in Walking Dead and some other shows. The kid actors don't do much, and they always kind of annoy me. However, right away, this character drew me in right away. I don't know. There's something about the actor. She's done such a good job. I know she's just a kid, but she's done such a good job drawing you into her story. And what we find out about her in this past episode, you're actually worried about her. You hope she is gonna be okay. And there's just something about her. Like I said, I usually hate kid actors, but however, this one has done such a good job already, drawing you in. You feel sorry for her. You want to hope she turns out okay, because she lost her mother, she lost her adoptive mother, and then her adoptive mother is looking for her, and she just is like a sad little kid, and you really hope she's okay. And like I said, I usually don't like these characters and don't care much for their story, but right now I am very interested to see where they take her story, and excited to see what they do with her, and when she reunites with Reese, how that's going to interact with Caleb and Rebecca, and how that is going to play out, especially since the mother is like their enemy in the future, but she kind of defected. So I'm very interested to see how this whole storyline plays out and what goes on with this little kid, because it's very interesting. And like I said, I can't, like, again, like with all the previous actors, mostly they already have drew me in. She's already drawn me in, and I can't wait to see what they do with her character in the coming episodes on The Crossing. Last, in terms of big characters, you got Craig. Now, he is the boss of Emma and works for Homeland Security. And I'm presuming this is going to be the big bad of the season. Now, you might be thinking, how is he going to be the big bad of the season? Well, if you've watched the first 2 episodes, one of the refugees has informed Emma that they weren't the first people to cross over to the past, and that other people have crossed over before. And it's revealed that this guy, Craig, that is in charge of the Homeland Security, is from the future as well. And these people have come, and their plan pretty much is to topple over the government earlier than planned and take control earlier than they did it in the original timeline. That's what I'm getting so far from what they've been talking about on the show. And I'm just very interested to see what goes on with this character. Who are some of the other people that have crossed over earlier? Because they're just like random everyday people. Like when it was revealed that this guy was one, it was a shocker to me. I didn't see it coming. And I'm just very interested to see what they do with him. Who else has crossed over before? One con I would say with this character is I wish they didn't reveal that he came over right away. I think revealing that in the first episode was a little bit forced. They should have drawn that out a little bit longer into the story. Maybe into like episode 4 or 5. But I wish they hadn't revealed it right away in the pilot. It just felt like they had to give us something, and they did. And it wasn't necessary in my opinion, but I'm very interested to see what they do with this character and how his storyline affects our heroes and how it affects Reese, because they're hunting Reese. So I'm very interested to see what goes on with their characters in the future on The Crossing. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on the first couple episodes of The Crossing. Highly recommend it. Check it out on ABC Monday nights at 10 o'clock. I highly recommend it. I think it's a great show. Definitely potential to be one of the biggest shows in a while for them. And I just am excited to see where it goes, see how the story plays out. So definitely check it out if you haven't. If you have watched it, if you have seen it, leave your thoughts and opinions on the show in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to see me do reviews on episodes of The Crossing, maybe I'll do that if you want me to do that. But don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon. That way you don't miss any future videos I do on The Crossing or any other content I put out on my channel. This has been Vision Hero Blind Entertainment, and I will see you next time.